morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 10th of November. Wow, we're getting so close to Christmas, guys. It's crazy. I'm sure you've all got your mind on that. First off, if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Hit those like buttons, guys, and please chat to me down below. You know I love hearing from you guys. We let each other know what's going on around the different parts that we live, which is around the world pretty much here on this channel. So thank you also for commenting, guys, and also for liking my videos. It really helps my channel to grow. I've been here for 7 years, as most of you know, and just with the control of the algorithms, it's certainly very hard to grow your channel sometimes. Now, first off, guys, I've also been doing two viewers. I read 2 cards for 2 readers just to give you a little bit of guidance through these challenging times. Don't worry, everyone. I will get to everyone. I'm sure no one will miss out. I'm pretty diligent. Yesterday I did you, Chris, and I did Nicole. Oh, I always get your name. I have trouble saying your name, Nicole. Nalawaski. So if you haven't seen your viewer reading, please go check that out in yesterday's video. And I'll pull 2 more today. All right, guys, a little bit of admin today. I noticed on TV this morning, we have to watch the news for the clown show update, don't we? Well, the latest is 3 pandas are traveling back to Panda. We call the communist country China here Panda, if you get confused and you wonder what we're talking about. We have a lot of code names here, guys, especially for the global leaders, but I'm sure you'll work that out really quickly. So it looks like Xi Jinping's demanded perhaps his pandas back from America. So they're currently being taken off the plane. What is going on here? So obviously anyone who doesn't agree with him or want to work with him, Xi Jinping that is, he's taking back everything. Because he and Elbow have been talking about pandas too. Remember I was telling you that Elbow was talking about the pandas and they were only on loan, one of you highlighted. So we'll probably be sending our pandas back soon, I'm guessing. It's crazy, isn't it? I don't even know what's going on with China and the rest of the world. We know China wants global power, but anyway. So all the pandas are being sent back to Panda, which is very funny for us to hear, isn't it, guys? And the other thing is I was telling you guys about the big shitstorm about Optus, the communications network that went down here in Oz. Huge deal. Oh, well, Optus is so kindly offered extra gigabytes or whatever, isn't it? For the people, but the people aren't happy about that. They want their money because businesses lost money, and people have already got enough on their storage and all that or whatever, and they don't need that. So people aren't happy about it. So I'm guessing that this Optus saga is to be continued. So look out for that, guys. Oh, my jaw's really tight this morning. Sorry, guys. I've got a very tight jaw. I wear a mouse splint at night for my migraines and things, and my jaw gets so tight. I know a lot of you guys are still struggling with your aches, pains and ailments as well. It is very challenging, I have to say. I understand, and I do go out in sympathy because I understand what it feels like, guys. I'm still doing my qigong. I'm doing it 2 to 3 times a day, and it's really helping. I must say, it makes me feel better. I don't know, it just probably improves the circulation a little bit. So do whatever you can, guys, that helps you to heal. All right, how about I close my eyes, guys? Enough of the admin, and we'll get started and see what comes up. I hope I don't talk too fast for you guys. Sometimes I'll play an odd video back and go, oh, I was talking so fast. But sometimes, you know, I know a lot of you are psychics and things out there too, and things just channel through so quickly sometimes. It's very hard to keep up with these guides. You know what they're like. All right, let's get started and see what comes up. Oh, I know a lot of you have been talking about these, a lot of the protests and the Remembrance Day events that are probably going to happen globally. Look, I won't lie. It's a conflict, isn't it? If you think about it, it's another conflict. I know, Adam, you were talking about it. I know, Anne, you were talking to me about it last night. This is causing a lot of things to rise up in a lot of people. And it look, it doesn't, I take no sides. I don't care. Any sort of protest is an opportunity for people to vent their anger, their hurts, their pains, all the things they're going through that I've been talking about for the past 4 years. We knew that anger and beast mode was going to rise up in people when they finally started to wake up to the truth. So anything that comes along where they're able to vent it is going to be the perfect platform for them to speak and voice their opinions. So I do feel there could be some, well, I guess you could say it's going to be the crazies. It's going to be the crazies. And don't they say, isn't Christmas, leading up to Christmas anyway, the silly season? Isn't that what it's classed as? Don't they call it that? Isn't that a global thing? The silly season where everyone goes all silly? Like, because they're all rushed and they've got Christmas parties and then they're going on holidays and they've got to get all the presents and they've got to organise food, and it's not called the silly season for nothing. So we're already entering into it. I'd say we're entering into it early. So maybe this Remembrance Day and all this kind of stuff and the protest is going to start to get a little silly. Oh, that's my cat Charlie, my blind cat Charlie, doing her echolocation, if you are new. So I feel like the silly season begins. That's what I'm getting around all this Remembrance Day. And because what you got to remember now, every Remembrance Day that we have, depending, it doesn't matter what war or what happened or who lost who, it's always growing because people have lost people. And around this Israel, the protests, everything that's going on, Hamas, the whole thing, people have lost people. So again, it triggers off that loss in people. So they're remembering. So there's always more and more. So these things kind of grow every year too. So there's always a broader perspective of remembrance. It's not just, and look, and that's not disrespectful to any war heroes and people who have been through war and have fought for our countries and things like that. That's not what I'm saying. But when there's something called Remembrance Day or getting together to remember these things, it still triggers loss and grief in other people as well. So it's a much broader situation than just everybody put your eyes on this. It's not going to happen. So you're going to get a real mixture of people. I don't really think it should get ugly. I don't think it should. I mean, that's my opinion, of course. Look, my videos are for entertainment purposes. You take from them what you choose, guys. But at the end of the day, grief affects people differently. Grief can make people really sad. Grief can make people really quiet and change them. Grief can make people really angry and aggressive. We all handle grief differently. Don't they say that anger is men's tears? So men handle grief often different to women. Not always. I'm just using these as examples. So I do feel that any sort of situation that's around remembrance is going to bring a variety of people, but a variety of reactions. So be prepared for anything, guys. That's my opinion and my advice. And my advice is always stay away from these things. Maybe if you want to remember, do it in your own home, in the safety of your own home. And that's my tip today. Just go into your own quiet space if you want to do Remembrance Day. I mean, you can venture out, but like the guides say, you do it at your own risk because you don't know who you're dealing with. And I keep saying this, beast mode and anger is rising up in people because they're waking up. So they're going to flip their lids, a lot of them. So just saying, I probably wouldn't go down that road, guys, and I would just stay out of everything, the chaos. All right, let's keep going. Gosh, I'm getting the world is expanding its consciousness. We know it is. We know everybody's vibrating up. We're going to these other levels of heightened awarenesses is what we're going up to. It's showing me, we were talking the other day about me getting maybe that globe on the stand so I know where every country is. But it's showing me like the globe expanding. It's like a pump up one. Someone's got a pump and they're blowing it up and it's like, that's what it's showing me. The world is expanding. But it's saying it's expanding in a good way, and it's saying it's not going to blow up. It's just, what are they trying to say to me? Hang on a minute. Let's have some coffee. It's not going to blow up. It's just improving. That's what I'm getting. And it is. We talk about it all the time here. I was telling you yesterday about the black and white TV, and it's like now we're watching a color TV with all the 3D pixelations and all that. Everyone's going to start seeing the world from probably a more, I would say more caring, which is something that really needs to improve, doesn't it? From a more caring place, a more benevolent, kinder place. I feel like there's going to be, and it's like anything. Sometimes you got to go through the turbulent times to get to the other side where things start to calm down. It's showing me like really vicious, ferocious seas. Like, when, like you say, you see a really big ship out at sea. We've all seen footage of it. And suddenly a big storm hits and the ship's like riding these crazy, massive waves are washing over these big ships. And you think, oh my God, how does that ship stay afloat? But that's what the world's been going through. It's been going through these really turbulent seas. But it's saying that eventually the storm will pass and the ship will just be in calm waters again. So this is where we're shifting to, apparently. I don't think we're quite there yet. I think there's still a lot of turbulent seas, and I think there's still going to be turbulence into next year. Because, of course, even when the storm finishes, you've still got the after effects. You have the wind and different things like this. So it's not just, zoom through the storm and everything's calm. It doesn't work like that. It's a gradual process. So the world's expanding and we're going through turbulent times still. And it's turbulent with energy. I keep saying it. Not only is it people's energy, but it's the earthquakes, the shift in the earth, Mother Nature. There's change everywhere going on in all aspects of the earth. Wow, it sounds like a huge task, doesn't it? Oh my God. No wonder we're all worn out and feeling all the energy, guys, and got sore necks, legs, knees, all of the above. But we're navigating it pretty well. The guide said we're navigating it very well. So if you're here on my channel, you're getting a tick of approval from the guides. They're very happy with our progress. I wish they could help us more with our aches and pains. Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting that. This is from the guides. They're saying status has no meaning. This is what the awakening is. It's showing. See, we've had for a long time levels of society. We've had the low socioeconomic, we've had the middle class, and when we've had the upper class, and then the elites and all the puppet masters and all this. But it's saying status has no importance. Like it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. And see, this is what they're trying to get people back to. They want people to see people for who they are. They want this is what is currently going on. They're wanting people to have soul connections, soul to soul, to soul to soul. This is what they're wanting. They're wanting to get people to get back to that spiritual place where they no longer look at somebody and judge them by their cover. Don't judge a book by its cover, the old saying from way back when. They want people to start to look at people from within. That's what the shift is about. That's what the awakening is about. It's about people recognizing souls and forming stronger soul connections and special bonds. Gosh, guys, I was watching Netflix yesterday and a twin flame video. There's a show on there by Shalia and, I forgot his name now. I forgot his name. Shalia and Jeff, that's who it is. The twin flames. And unfortunately, they're giving twin flames a bad name, I have to say, on there, guys. Because I know a lot of you out there are probably twin flames. That's a thing that does exist. And unfortunately, they turned it, I think, into a money-spinning bloody pyramid scheme. Go check it out, guys, and let me know what you think of it. But it's very bizarre. It's bizarre. But anyway, I digress, and I'm just going off on a tangent. Just reminding me of the soul connection thing. So these souls, This is what they want. They want it to be, we're only traveling in these vessels. These are just like a suit, like that you could hang up in your wardrobe, unzip your suit for the day, and here's your spirit. It's just a shell. It's like a snail walking around with a shell on. You can take the shell off and then he's a slug. That's like us. You take your shell off and you're just a spirit. Not a slug, a spirit. All right, let's keep going. So this is what the whole aim of the awakening is. Because sometimes we do question these things, don't we? And we go, well, what's the point of all this? Why are we all going through? Like, this has been a lot to go through. It hasn't been just a little bit. It's been a lot. And look, I'm really grateful too that you guys have found me on my channel, and you talk about us being like a little family and friends. And that's a beautiful thing for me to hear, guys, as well, because I felt really isolated and alone during the beginning of the picky event. And I think a lot of you guys have felt that way too. And now we don't feel so isolated in our madness, I guess you could say. Knowing there's other people out there that share similar experiences to us. And look, we do have laughs. And honestly, the clown show madness just never stops, does it? So it's never boring here on this channel, is it, guys? So this is the whole purpose of it, is to get back to soul connections, seeing people for who they are. And I guess that's why it's that washing away the materialistic world. It's kind of washing away. And you would have noticed that anyway, guys. In the last few years, especially when the CV Pickies event broke out, everybody's eyes were no longer on who's got the biggest four-wheel drive, who's got a lovely big flash boat, who's got the biggest house, whose kids are at private schools, and whose kid's going to be a doctor, and all this kind of materialistic. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. That's not what I mean. But you know how there was a lot of this status in society stuff. Well, that's kind of starting to wash away because people lost sight of who they were. They got caught up in the materialistic world. Again, we're getting that Madonna song, living in a material world. Living in a material world. And I am a material girl. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with owning things and that, but it was getting so competitive that people couldn't even keep up. I mean, there has to be reasons, doesn't there, guys, that interest rates are going through the roof and that cost of living's going through the roof, and now people can hardly afford anything. So it's like heading the opposite way, isn't it, if you think about it, really? It's not stopping. I keep saying it's going into 2024. I keep forgetting what year we're in. 2024. So there's a lot more of this to come, which means a lot more people are having to downsize, do without things, not live the lavish life they were probably living a few years ago prior to the event, the start of the event, the big rollout red carpet event, which is no longer the red carpet event. Yeah. So good. All right, let's keep going. Oh, here comes Charlie. Charlie! Oh, she's off again. She's so loud. I can't believe how loud her meow is when she does that echolocation. Isn't it loud? It's crazy. Oh, I'm getting Holland. Ooh, I haven't had Holland for a while, guys. And we all know things went to the extreme over there, but I do feel things have settled a little bit. But saying that, I am feeling a bit of rage burning inside of people there too. I'm just getting this rage in people. I'd say it's cost of living. The economy's, I'd say in Holland, the economy's a bit stuffed. They're needing to work on the budget in Holland. I feel like there's a lot of, so much has happened over there. There's a lot of debt in these regions caused by government. It's caused by government. We know it is. It always is caused by government, but they blame the little people. We know how it goes. So I do feel like gosh, I'm even seeing perhaps maybe some leaders, not all, some of you, maybe parachuting, escaping. It's like they've pulled the, what do you call it, the emergency chute in their aeroplane, and their seats ejected and they're coming down on a parachute. They've taken off, like they're doing their big escape, but they're going to make it look like they're just going to disappear. This is what I'm getting. They're just going to kind of slowly disappear. They're not going to make a big, massive exit. It's like they jump out of the plane. This is in Holland. And then the plane goes on and crashes and everyone's like, oh, they must be dead. But they're not. You know, that kind of thing where they, oh no, they made a magical escape. And I would say this would be people taking their payouts and just doing the runner and not having not taking the responsibility of the finances. This could be happening in Holland. Is it Netherlands? I'm just getting this. I feel like it happened here in Australia. Everybody left and took their payouts. Dictated Dan example. Well, I'm feeling that. See, no one wants to take responsibility for the last 4 years of putting their countries in debt, do they? Easier to take a big payout from probably K-Schwab and move on. So I'm getting that they're pressing the ejector seat button and flying off on their parachute, and they're letting the plane just crash. That's not good, is it? Let me say something more positive. This is in government. Ooh, hang on. Yeah, I get power to the people over there in Holland. You guys are strong. Power to the people. It's power to the people. And of course I got to get the pictures and the visuals of the poop and all the what was it, the hay and all that being dumped on the Parliament stairs. Brilliant. You guys had big impact. You had big impact. And not only did you have impact on your own country, but the rest of the world. Because remember, we all saw that. We thought it was great. We knew they were hitting you farmers and that hard in these regions. And it filtered. And it wouldn't have just filtered to us. It would have filtered to farmers, because farmers talk to other farmers. And they did start hitting a few farmers here too in Australia. But then it settled down again because people protested and stood up. So that's what I'm getting. People do have the power. That's the message we can take from Holland. Netherlands, is that the same? Sorry, I need to get my what is it? My globe of the world, don't I, guys? I'm so hopeless. All I can tell you is what comes through. So, you have had a big impact on the rest of the world. You're fighters. You're fighters. And you don't go down easy. I feel like in the Netherlands and Holland, you would fight to the death. Even if it is against your government, I still feel like you would. And what happened really hurt. That really hurt the people. It really hurt them emotionally, because they felt like they got tricked. They felt like the government tricked them with an evil plot and plan, which they did. We all know it's an evil plot and plan. Okay, so yes, power to the people. You're very strong over there, and you would fight to the death. Oh, goodness. I wish Aussies would do that. I always tell you, Aussies are the most gutless wonders down here, guys. Oh, it's pathetic. They don't even do anything. They just go, huh? Oh, my God. Look, they voted elbow in. I mean, for God's sake. That's if it wasn't rigged. I don't know. No one could vote elbow in. Oh, my God. Anyway. Oh, I'm getting China. If you're new here, we call Canada China. We often talk about, little panda, but we call it China. Hang on a minute. I feel like China is receiving money from somewhere. We know how corrupt Trudeau is. He's receiving pretty big payments from someone. So frustrating. Could be around resources. I feel like he's doing a lot of wheeling and dealing, buybacks. I'm just trying to think. And the guides are saying as corrupt as they come. Nothing that we don't know here. It's all about money, trade, importance. And see, we all know it. Trudeau, Turdo, we call him. He always wants to be the teacher's pet. So he loves doing all the right things and rolling everything out. We know he's done the transgenderism. We know he's really probably ahead of the pack in some areas, being in the global elites. And I feel like Kay Schwab's always giving him a little clap, except when he woke up the rest of the world with the Ottawa protests. Loved it. But now he's working his way back up the rungs of the ladder. He's starting to climb to the top again, Trudeau. And see, the problem with Trudeau is he hasn't got very good control. Like, he doesn't care if he stumps on the people. We know that. That's very obvious when he touched all the bank accounts and tried to control people's money. So I feel he's really working his way up again. He's getting quite a serious income from something. I would say it's resources. I'd say he's doing a lot of trading with other countries. I'm getting Sweden and Switzerland for some reason. Hang on a minute. And it just keeps saying, all I can see is it's saying his income is really growing. And it's showing, some of the visuals we get here on this channel, bear with us, guys. It's showing me Turdo at the bottom of this mountain, like a mountain climber, but he's got the old, like, German shorts with the, what do you call those German leather pants with the, what do they call those things? The things that go over your shoulder that hold your pants up. Oh, my daughter loves those things. What are they called? God, I keep getting the wrong name. You know what I mean. And he's at the bottom of this mountain with a pick and everything, and he's got like a German hat and everything, like, and it's almost like a Swiss mountain, and he's climbing the mountain. Maybe that's to do with the reset, obviously. And he's got his pick, and he's all proud of himself with his leg half up on the mountain. That's what it's showing me of Turdo. He's like, but he's not climbing as yet. He's just at the bottom of the mountain still, about to, start to climb this great big mountain. It's even like a snow-capped peak. It's showing me him like a mountain climber. It's crazy. This is him. See, he's a person who he sets goals. He has good visions. He's a goal setter. Well, not good visions in our eyes, but he's a goal setter. So he sets his goals. So at the mountain, he's being like the mountain climber, and he's going to achieve that goal. And I would say it's to do with resources with other countries. He knows if he can get, see, he's China. If he can get really good control with some resources, he knows he can gain some power in this global elite world that he's currently living in. It gives him a good platform. So he has to start building his resources. So that's why we got him with the like mountain pick and as a mountain climber. Oh, he doesn't appear like a mountain climber, does he? But we know he's a climber on the world stage. So that's what I'm getting. I think he's focusing. He's probably drifted a little off the transgender thing, and now he's really onto the resources and the commodities and making Canada important on the world stage, China rather important on the world stage, because he has to meet expectations. If he's going to consider himself really up there, he has to put himself up there at the top of the mountain. Oh, and I'm getting that song by I'm getting this song by Midnight Oil. You know that Aussie band here? There's an Aussie band here that always, Peter Garrett, the one with the really long arms that dances like a robot, the bald guy. You probably know him. They're very popular overseas, Midnight Oil. They're around in the 80s. And he's got this song, King of the Mountain. I think, pretty sure it was about a race car driver, though, Peter Brock. at racing at Bathurst. But this is the song I'm getting for Turdo. He wants to be king of the mountain again. He's working his way back up. And their song goes something like, call me king of the mountain. You got to go look it up. Midnight Oil, King of the Mountain. Funny as. You got to play it. At least you'll have a laugh, guys. Because that's what Turdo wants to be again. He's let all the dust settle now after the Ottawa protests, and now he's working on being that king of the mountain teacher's pet again. Ugh. So frustrating, isn't it, this journey? Just keeps repeating itself. It is. It's just, anyway, let's keep going. It's showing me all the elites. I'm seeing all these global leaders like Macron, Sushi, the whole lot. I hate to say it, but yes, maybe Chris Luxon. Well, he's got to mix with these people now. Remember, whether he's good or whether he's bad, this is the Prime Minister of New Zealand. He's still got to mix with all the important people. Remember, he's still got to play his part in his role. So it's showing me them all having target practice. It's showing me them all lined up, elbow, the whole lot. They're all lined up with doing like archery, and they're having their target practice. So they're pulling back and they're really trying to hit the bullseyes. It's almost like they're showing me Cotton Schwab like walking in the distance, or not in the distance, behind them, walking behind them with his hands behind his back, and he's going, elbow, shoot. Turdo, shoot. Sushi, it's your turn. Like, I'm just getting this, he's trying to guide them all through their target practice. So it feels to me like he's like training them up better, because a lot of them miss their targets. It's showing me elbow with the yes, no vote. When he shot the arrow, it just went twang and it veered off and it didn't even get on the round circle. So a lot of them have missed their targets. That's a shame, isn't it? So they've gone back for more target practice. This is what the guides are showing me. This is just the image I'm getting. It feels like Cotton Schwab, we call him here. If you don't know what the reset is, go look it up, guys. There's a guy called Klaus Schwab, and it'll really open your eyes up to what's going on globally. And he's the one training them up. This is just an analogy. So he's behind them, backing them all, trying to guide them and steer them to get the bullseye. That's what I'm getting. So obviously I would say there's a lot of liaising goes on between all these global elites, and there's mediators somewhere in between. And then we've got Cotton Schwab walking like up and down in the background, making the decisions and calling the shots, really. And sort of trying to get them to improve. Like, how can you improve? Step this way, or if you put your foot forward first. I feel like they're being guided, and we know they are, because we know on this channel they're the puppets, and they're being led by the puppet masters way back in the background. We even talk about King Charles with this, Chucky. We call him Chucky here. We talk about Chucky. We know he's just the front man, the puppet show, because this goes way, way back. The Royal Kardashians go way, way back. There's a lot of orders coming from the top. So this is just what I'm getting. They're being guided how to shoot their bullseyes, because they're all missing it. And we know, Sushi had an epic fail recently with his Lecky Car Euler's event. It's showing me Sushi went twang, and the arrow just went and just landed like before the bullseye. It didn't even make it to the bullseye. It's like his arms were too, because he's only little, isn't he? And it didn't even make the distance. That's what I'm getting for Sushi. That's why you're getting a break in the UK for a little bit, guys. You're not going to have action till after Christmas again, because Sushi's still doing target practice. I think they're all doing target practice. I get some strange analogies here, guys, but usually it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? All right, guys. Let me see if there's one more thing, and then we'll pull some cards. I'm getting India. Of course I am. Oh, no. I'm getting India's climbing the ladder of success as well. Don't forget Modi. And they're showing me Modi on the end of the target practice as well, like the archery, and Modi. Oh, no. He's really trying to hit targets as well. Oh, we know they landed on the moon. apparently. And if you haven't seen the moon landing of India, you need to go and check it out, and then you'll understand why we all kind of giggle about it here. Just did look a little bit fake, just saying. Just my opinion, and a lot of your opinions as well. So I am getting that India is trying to climb the ladder as well. See, and they're saying that, and I've said it before, Modi's a player. He's a player. He's on the team. He's on the political team of the global elites. And he tries to control the people. We know they've been swept through with some, oh yes, the very scary variants of the virus. Get control of the people again. So, you know, Modi's right up there too. So they're saying don't dismiss him. India's in on this as well. He's also at the archery or the target range, starting to shoot some goals as well. Oh, well, he did achieve a very big one of going to the moon, didn't he? Still can't get that visual of the spaceship out of my head, guys. It's crazy. I know you guys feel the same way. Anyway, we won't go there, will we? How about we pull some Whispering Woods before we do our viewer readings? And these Whispering Woods are for us, guys. I might pull 3 of these. Oh, it's Friday. It's the weekend coming. Yay. We all love the weekend, don't we? Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. Oh, and a lot of you guys are coming into winter, aren't you? It's probably about to transition very soon. Is it? Yeah, I think we're still in spring. I don't know. I get all muddled up. You know what I'm like. Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end. That's beautiful, isn't it? So accept change. A lot of people have trouble accepting change. I know I do. I used to hate change when I was little. Now I kind of embrace it. Maybe that's part of our awakening too. We know that change is an inevitable part of life because it's flow. It's things keep moving, things keep changing, things keep evolving. Look at us. We've changed. We keep evolving and expanding. And it's a beautiful thing. Path. Wander on the path less traveled. What you might find might surprise you. That's definitely us. We always veer off the road, don't we? And we always, I always talk about the footprints in the snow, the virgin footprints. We like to choose the road less traveled. We don't like to follow the masses. That's very clear on this channel. After the last 4 years, most of us do not go on the path where everybody else is. Transform. Emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. Aww. Love it. We always talk about this awakening process as being so transformative, and we compare it to the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. Emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. So like the butterfly, you just flutter off and take off and be who you really are. And that's what that is. And the butterfly is a thing of beauty. It you go from being this just caterpillar eating leaves and a bit, I'll say boring looking, like plain, I suppose is the word. And then you can emerge into this gorgeous coloured butterfly. It's beautiful. Oh, I'm going to pull some a happiness outcome card for us today, guys. Oh, we've got the little, look, it's got a little feather on it. Oh, can you see that? Put it in front of my face. Sometimes it focuses. Oh, there we go. Got it. Write it down. Process difficult feelings by getting them out of your head. We always talk about that. Spiritual decluttering. Oh, I'm dropping all the cards. Oh my God, I'm hopeless. Spiritual decluttering, getting things out of your head, writing things on paper, burning them in a fire. Don't let all the gunk sit in your head. Was that you, Nicole? I was talking to about that yesterday. Don't let things clutter up in your mind. You have to keep moving things through. Acknowledge when they're there, but let them through. Don't hang on to everything. When you hang on to things, you contract. That's why it's important to write things down. And another example of that, guys, is I'm a list person. I write lots of lists. I'm sure a lot of you are the same. I write a lot of lists. If I've got jobs to do that day, I write everything down. And then at the end of the day, I can check off if I've done it, and then I just chuck it in the bin. That's another form of doing it. So I'm not carrying it around all day thinking, I've got to do that and I've got to do that. If there's something I have to do, I'll even write it on a very big piece of paper, like this big. You always see me with these big notes and things. That's just me. I like getting things out of my head because it's too much to carry and it gets too cluttered. And then if you're just trying to store things like in here, you forget things. It's easy to forget things because you get jumbled up, because then you get more thoughts coming in during the day and then it's even more confusing. So very important to declutter. All right, how about we pull our viewer cards now? Yesterday, guys, I did you, Chris, and I did Nicole. Yes, I said that in the beginning, didn't I? Nalawaski. I can never say that. Sorry, Nicole. Today, I'm going to be doing someone who has watched me for a very long time, a couple of years, I would say. And I don't hear from you very much, but you did write to me yesterday. But I do know you look at my Facebook page a lot. And it's Danielle from Canada. You're in Canada, Danielle, aren't you? I think you speak French and you get my videos translated. So I just wanted to really acknowledge your constant support, because I know that you would be liking my videos as well, Danielle. So I'm going to read you an angel answer card. I think, Danielle, you're the one that really liked cooking. I think you used to cook a lot. If you're the same Danielle Hercott, I think it is. Anyway, let's get the reading done. Yes. Ooh, this is good, Danielle. If you look at that card, you're balancing everything really well. You're balancing your darkness, you're balancing your light. I'd say you're feeling very uplifted as well in your spirit and your mind. I feel like you're doing very, very well with juggling your life. Even when the darkness comes in, I still feel like you reach for the light. You're a very hopeful person. You're full of joy. And it's saying to me at the moment that you're very grounded. It's exactly like the picture shows. You're finding very good balance in your life. And I feel like not only that, Danielle, but I feel like you're a very fair person. I feel like you hear others out. You listen. You could be a very good listener. You say your piece, but then you really hear others out. You allow them to speak. And that's very important. People really notice that, I think, about you, that you're a very good listener. I'm going to leave a video over here, guys, about listening. Listening is an incredible gift to have. A lot of people don't have it, but when people feel like you've heard them, it makes them feel really good inside. So I feel like, Danielle, you make people feel really heard, and it makes them feel really listened to, like they have value. So you, my dear, add a lot of value to people's lives. And you're balancing your life very, very well. You have good light and light and darkness. Like, there's no like gray with you. You balance your light and you balance your darkness. When you have dark times, you know how to move yourself into the light. I think you really do distract yourself. You're very good at finding your purpose, finding the things that make you feel good inside. I was saying about your cooking and things like that. And I think you used to do a bit of bit of walking. It's showing me walking through nature. I think you know how to balance. You know how to get balance in your life. But also your gift is that you're a very good listener. That's a great gift to have. Very few people are very good listeners. It's something you have to teach yourself. It's not easy to listen to people because we all want to interject, don't we, and say our piece. But I do feel like people, when they talk to you, Danielle, feel like they've really been heard. They really respect conversations with you. They like it. I think you might find that a lot of people might reach out to you for sort of problem solving. And even though you might not be solving their problems, it feels to me like you're helping them just by listening. That can solve someone's problem. Don't they say, like, a problem talked about is a problem halved? There's this old saying like that. That's you. You listen and it helps people solve their problems. Oh, that's a gift to have, Danielle. I'm going to pull you a soul expression card, Danielle, as well. Oh, my cards are back to front as usual. Oh my God, I'm hopeless. Crystal energy. Meditate with this card to feel the loving support of crystal energy. Look, this can be around crystals. I know a lot of people are big on crystals. Danielle, maybe you are. I do feel, though, that we talk here about the crystal glasses. When you go through your awakening, you see life very differently, like I was saying about the black and white colour TV and the pixelation, the dimension. I feel like you see life through that lens beautifully. You just see the magic of life, Danielle. In the core of your being, you even really feel it. Like, I feel like if you see a bird, for example, sitting on a log, you will actually sit and enjoy that moment. You know how to do that. You know how to be in the now. You know how to stay in your grounded state. You see beauty in so many things. God, it's showing me a ladybug. I call them ladybugs here. A lot of you call them ladybirds. A ladybug, like walking on a leaf. You see the tiny, tiny things in life and you really enjoy them. You really enjoy them. To you, they're perfection. Anything to do with the natural world, to me, around you, Danielle, is perfection. You see it as perfection. You see it as absolutely beautiful, stunning, and I get these words of like an incredible life. Like life is incredible. And they're the things to you that give it meaning. The small, simple things give your life meaning. And it's very heartfelt. It's very heartfelt. I think that's why you like cooking and things. They're showing me like, you think of a stew or like a crock pot, a slow cooker meal. It's very hearty in winter. I know you guys are probably coming into winter. In winter, when you cook that, it warms your soul. You think about, Chicken Soup for the Soul, that book and that kind of thing. Anything that's so warming like that, it does. It fills your soul up with warmth and love. And so that's why I think food and that is so important to you too, but also the simple things of nature and life that surround you. I hope that helped, Danielle. You are a wonderful listener. So keep being you. And thank you also for watching my channel for as long as you have, because I know a lot of your comments started to get taken away too, and it's very disheartening. But I do notice that you check my Facebook a lot. So thank you, Danielle, for also still watching my channel, especially when you have to interpret my Aussie language. Okay, the next person I'm going to be reading is Lillian Arts 1923. Hi, Lillian. How are you? You always write to me as well. I'll pull you an angel card first. This one, Lillian, and we'll see what comes up. This is just for a little bit of guidance, guys. Look, I will get to everybody. Don't panic. There's plenty of time. I do a video every day. So, it is beautiful to hear from you. But sometimes I've got to give back to you guys as well, because you do support me a lot. Reconsider. Ooh, okay, Lillian. Let's see where this goes. Reconsider, I'm getting there, your decisions. So at the moment, I feel like you're a little bit stubborn. I feel like the sword in the ground means that you're a bit stagnant, sort of. It's like a stagnant energy. But it's not that you're stagnant. It's just reconsider. It's just you're contemplating. Will this be worth it? Will it not be worth it? Am I making the right decision? Am I not making the right decision? I feel like you're at this, it's like, it's turmoil. It's inner turmoil. It's a decision-making process that you're really battling with. It's like you charged forth, you had your sword up, and then you went, oh, shit. And then you put it down and went, oh, and you're starting to reconsider. I feel like and I'm getting this saying, damned if I do, damned if I don't. I feel like you don't know. It's showing me a chessboard. Chessboard. And it's showing me you don't know what's going to be the right move next. Do I do this? Do I not do this? I feel like you've had plans and then it's saying like rebucking. What's the word? you're going back on them a little bit. You've had plans and you're going back on them a little bit. But I feel, Lillian, I feel like this is about you. It's almost like, to me, you don't trust your decision-making process. You're not having confidence in the decision. You're feeling, you're in this tug of war with yourself. That's what I'm getting. They're showing me a rope, and you've got Lillian over here, common sense Lillian, tugging that, and then you've got, what's the other Lillian? You got the common sense Lillian, and then you got the logical Lillian. So you've got this, like, common sense, but then the logic tells you this, but then your common sense and your gut feeling and all these kind of things tell you that. So I feel like you're in this tug of war, but it's with yourself. It's not with anybody else. Lillian. And it's in different aspects of your life. I don't think it's in just one aspect. I feel like you get very torn. It's almost like you swing from here to there, showing me now like a pendulum as well. You go, whoa, ooh. It's like you go, but if I do it this way or I do that, oh, but then if I do that, it's like, you know what it is to me? And now they're showing me, apart from the pendulum now, I'm getting the scales. You know when you put the weights on the scales and you weigh things? I'm getting that. You keep moving the weights over here to over there, over here to over there. And you can't get the balance right. You're out of balance. So when you're out of balance in your decision-making processes, Lillian, it causes you to stop in your tracks. That's why we're getting that visual. When you're out of balance, it causes you to, it's not even stagnate. It's get stuck in your tracks. You stop yourself. I feel like you're the worst you're the one that stops yourself. It's not anyone else. It's no one else. It's you that stops yourself from, I would say, moving forward. For some reason you have a real blockage about, we all do, don't worry Lillian, you're not alone, but I feel like you actually, because of your decision-making process, this tug of war that you have, and this has been, I think, with you for quite a lifetime. I feel like that's something that you've always kind of struggled with. I feel like you do get there in the end, but I feel like you can't get the weight ratios right in this weight scale. You keep putting this one on here, but then that one drops down. And then you put another one on here, but then that drops down. I feel like this, you throw ideas from here to here to here to here, and then it's showing me like put the stopper in. You put the stopper in because you can't, it's almost like you find it too hard to, you know what it is? It's because you think you have to get it right. You think you have to get it right, Lillian. Sorry, I'm getting that. You feel like you've got to get it right. And if you don't get it right, what's the worst thing that can happen though, Lillian? There is no right. I feel like maybe you're a bit of a perfectionist, but you're also wanting to get you always have to like make sure everything's going to be right before you move forward with it. But the thing is, there never is going to be a right. There is no perfection. There is no right. So you've got to just come to some sort. Hi, Charlie. You've got to come to some sort of agreement with yourself that, yeah, it's never going to be perfect, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hi, Charlie. I think that's what the guides are trying to tell you. Okay, I'm getting stopped with the perfectionism because nothing's perfect, and it's in the imperfection that makes life interesting. That's what I'm getting for you, Lillian. Because you think back over your life and probably the times that you've been through this tug of war with yourself and that. And then when you have made a decision and moved forward, it's kind of been a great learning journey, or something really great's come from it. That's what the guides are saying. From imperfections, that's what makes life interesting. And I think that would be right. Nothing is perfect. Who would want life to be perfect? You know what I mean? Like you're not alone, Lillian. There's a lot of people that aim for perfectionism. And I'm not saying you're completely a perfectionist, but you just want things to be right. And look, I totally understand that. But the guides are saying, you know what? If it isn't, it's okay too. It's okay. No one's going to hold you personally accountable. That's what I'm getting. It's not just going to be on your shoulders, because it might actually end up being a good thing. Charlie, it might end up being a really good thing. So you need to start lifting the sword out of the ground and charging forth again. Hello, come here. I'll pick her up if you want. Oh no, she's walking off again. So reconsider. Yes, weigh things up. I'm not saying not to, but come here. Oh, here she comes. Charlie, come here, Charlie. I'll just move some stuff so you can say hello to her. Come here. I'll just see if she'll come. So yes, Lillian, nothing in life is perfect, and sometimes it's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right, let's pull you. Sorry, we've got to have the interruption from Charlie. Let's pull you a soul expression card, Lillian. Ooh, self-confidence. I'm an amazing soul. I'm worthy of being self-confident. Trust yourself, Lillian. You are an incredible person. You're a beautiful, loyal friend. You're caring. You're kind in nature. The only person you're hard on is yourself, Lillian. That's what I feel. Everybody else sees you as really super self-confident, and probably because you are very careful when you make decisions, because you weigh things up so heavily. But I do feel like don't be scared of being that self-confident you. People see you as that anyway. You know, inside you might not feel that, but that's how people see you. I am an amazing soul. I'm worthy of being self-confident. I'll just bring Charlie over. Ah. Oh, I got you. Oh. You want to go back? I'll just say hi from Charlie. I'll put her back. She gets a bit nervous when her feet aren't on the ground. So that's what I'm getting for you, Lillian. You've grown so much too. I think you're forgetting too how much you've grown internally. Like all of us here on this channel, you've grown and you've come so far. You've grown into this beautiful. It's saying to me, it's like you're a fruit tree. I'm getting like you're this like apple tree or a beautiful blossom tree, and you started off as this little tiny person, and now you've grown into this fully adult, mature tree that now has an abundance of blossoms, an abundance of, say, apples. You bear wonderful fruit. I feel like you provide shade. That's how people see you, Lillian. They see you as a great support structure of, you know, maturity, wisdom, knowledge. That's how people see you. And now you've got to start to see you that way. Don't stop growing, Lillian. Don't do this. Put your sword back up and get moving forward, because you're the matured apple tree that provides protection and safety for other people as well. Now also provide it for yourself. But that's how people see you. They see you as a very big protector, Lillian. People look to you for guidance, for wisdom, and it's sort of like protection, like it's showing me the shade. You're a comfortable place for people, a soft place to fall. People find you a very beautiful, soft place to fall. That's lovely, Lillian. You don't see yourself the way others do. You're a very kindly, nurturing person. I hope that makes sense to you about the apple tree. You know, think how far you've come since you were a little girl, Lillian. A long way. So hopefully those readings help you guys today. They're just a little bit of guidance to help you guys get through the crazy times we're all living in at the moment, the clown show event. I'll see if there's one more thing to close with today, guys, while I pat Charlie. She's a little distracting, isn't she? Hang on a minute, guys. I'm getting that song again by Stevie Nicks, that Songbird song. I think I've got them today. The other day I got them both together, didn't I? I got that Songbird keep singing. I'm getting that song, and I'm also getting Landslide was the other one I got the other day from Stevie Nicks with Fleetwood Mac. Landslide. That's a beautiful song, that, isn't it? Hang on a minute. And I'm getting that Robbie Williams song to finish. There's a new doco out for Robbie Williams too on Netflix, guys. I've got to go check that out. But I am getting his song Feel. I just want to feel real love in the home that I live in. I got too much love coming through my veins, going to waste. I'm going to leave you with that song today. I love Robbie Williams. He's pretty cool, isn't he? All right, guys, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Go and enjoy your weekends. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Like button, subscribe if you'd like to, and please feel free to comment down below, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye.